Welcome to the Path to Purpose interview show, where we share our unique and universal stories about finding and fulfilling our purpose. My name is Katja, and I'm your host and mentor for Lightworkers. My intention for this show is to inspire you on your path to purpose. Today, I have the pleasure to interview my fellow co-author from Teach Your Expertise book, Virginia Parsons, who is the founder of Media Spotlight Marketing. She is a visibility expert who helps entrepreneurs, authors, and coaches shine online with live stream, interview, podcasting, and video marketing. She's also the producer of Inspirational Business Women Show. Her passion is to help shine the spotlight on your business and expertise so you attract more dream clients and get recognized as sought after expert in your niche. That is so amazing. I'm so excited to interview you. And also, I will ask Virginia's best tip on how to get recognized in your niche, where to start. So let's get started here, and welcome, Virginia. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you, Katja. It's so fun to be here and, with someone who I have interviewed. We had a great time doing a spotlight interview with you, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. How fun that was. And it's really fun also to have the tables turned and be interviewed once in a while.
Yes, I love to have you here, and I know your expertise. So I am super excited to get into that part as well, where you can share it. But first, I am curious to know more about you and your journey. And also, can you share where you are located so we can put you on the map?
Yes, absolutely. I'm located in Reno, Nevada, which is about 4 hours west of San Francisco, but in Nevada. And my journey is a long one, for one thing, Katja, because, I'm well past retirement age, even though the thought of retirement never entered my realm of thinking in any way. So the journey's been long, and I can't possibly bore people with the whole thing. But let me just give you a synopsis. For over 25 years, I was a clinical hypnotherapist working in a brick and mortar office and working the one-to-one model. And over that period of time, we also went through a very big, deep recession back in 2009. And I really decided at that time it was the right time to close my brick and mortar office, even though I still had some clients. So I was looking for ways to work with them virtually before there was much available. And I discovered Hangouts on Air, which was sort of the first, what I would call, platform that was available for we people who weren't in the broadcast medium and that we could actually afford because it was free. And I started using it with my clients because I needed to work with them without being in a brick and mortar office. Also during that time, my mom was elderly and she really needed my support. And so what I really did was move my office into her residence so I could be there for her. And that meant also I wouldn't be bringing people into a residence. It's not the same as having a brick, what I call a brick and mortar office. Now, during this whole time, there were challenges with remaining in the hypnotherapy field in Nevada because the Psychological Association of Nevada really, they lobbied the legislature to disallow someone such as myself, who would be called a lay hypnotherapist, to be able to practice what I've been practicing for 25 years and had literally hundreds of hours of training in. So it was kind of a final blow. And so I got intrigued by this live streaming technology when it was in its infancy. And because I had started to use it a little bit, I thought, boy, this is fun stuff. And I could see my whole career transforming. And, you guys who are maybe early in your careers don't get this, but careers evolve. And this one really did evolve. And in a way, it chose me because I just got comfortable with the technology when technology was really glitchy. And I had people asking me, would you show me how to do it as professionally as you do it? And I thought, well, this is fun. Sure, I'd be happy to. So what started out as an exploration of how I could really work with my clients virtually, I discovered that this was something that I was passionate about and really wanted to help other people get the word out about what they do. There was a little glitch along that way too, though, Katja, because the platform that I had chosen to focus on, Hangouts on Air, ended up being a platform as good as it was that got discontinued, along with the platform that I was working on, which was mostly Google Plus, where I had over 10,000 followers, and then they closed that. So yikes,
Oh no.
I'm suddenly having a business without a platform that I worked from.
Mm. But I love the
Oh,
journey, like how you were kind of led to do what you do now.
yeah,
And when you shared these moments, like you have been building a following, having more than 10,000 people following, and all of a sudden, like they say, okay, we continue this. So how did you deal with those moments? Because that might be helpful for others as well to like how to deal with these so-called setbacks. I kind of believe they are like stepping stones. We can turn them,
yeah.
but when they happen, it doesn't always feel like that. It's like, what?
Oh my gosh, it didn't feel like that at all. I built up a whole website. I had created already probably 4 courses on my website, all around broadcasting using Hangouts on Air. The website was called Hangout Marketing You. So, whoa, I learned let me give you the big lesson I learned in this so that hopefully those of you who are building a business or thinking about building a business can take heed. Never, ever do what I did. That such a big mistake I made was that I built a business around something that was out of my control.
Mm.
What Google does is out of my control. What happened with Hangouts was out of my control. So here I built and it had a great following, and suddenly, it evolved that they discontinued all these things. But it's like, everything I built my reputation around for over 5 years was gone. And I basically had to step back and regroup. And so now it's much broader. Instead of being the Hangout mentor, I am the visibility mentor. And I help people, as you read, shine their light in the spotlight so that they get recognized as an expert using all different forms, all different platforms, all different types of broadcast mediums, and certainly all different areas of social media marketing. Big, big lesson.
And thank you for sharing that because I think that's a valuable lesson now you are sharing it so we can be more conscious like what we are doing and what we are relying on if we are using social media or different platforms in our business. So but don't build everything on it. So thank you for that. And one of the things, because you help people getting recognized as the expert that they are, so, in your opinion, why do so many people struggle with that? They are expert in their field, but then getting recognized, getting the visibility, why is it so hard for so many?
Well, I think it's a number of factors, but it's to me based on, especially for women, it's based on the deservability factor and the imposter syndrome. And when people don't feel like, well, why would someone want to learn from me when there's so many bigger experts out there? And I think that what people really need to realize, and I know I had to work through this, I think we all do to some extent, is that your experience is unique to you. Your life lessons that you go through are unique to you. So what you bring to the table to share with other people is your unique perspective on something. So there can be hundreds of other people that are out there teaching visibility, and I know there are, but they don't necessarily approach it the way I approach it. So when you really start to accept that and really value yourself and your life experience, then you can feel more comfortable and deserving of sharing your unique expertise with the world. And believe me, when you decide that it's okay to do that, then those people who can benefit by what you have, by your gifts and your passions and your experience, will naturally be drawn to you because you are you. And, you know, there can be all sorts of great big names out there that are doing something similar, but they're not you. And those people might even be intimidating to someone else who's just getting started. So I come from the perspective that I have compassion and caring and patience for you because I want this for you so badly. And so if you are willing to kind of work with me as an example to learn what I learned and what I sort of went through getting to where I am today, then we're going to be a great match and you're going to feel supported and comfortable working with me. And that's what I want everyone to feel, that is their gift to the world, is that what they have, someone else is really going to be attracted to.
Absolutely. I totally agree on that. And of course, now my question is like, when people want to start claiming their spotlight, if they hear now your message, they are like, yes, I'm inspired to start. I have this calling, I have these gifts, and I do want to share them. Beside contacting you, which is my recommendation, that's the easiest option, and get the support on your journey. What would be the first step? How can they start this? Like, what action can they take?
You know, Katja, what I really tell everyone is if the technology intimidates you, such as going live like we are, then there are ways to practice with it where nobody sees it but you. So I always say to people, just get comfortable with the technology, get used to looking into the camera, which isn't a natural thing for people to do. Get so that that goes into the background and you can do it. You can practice over and over again until that becomes more natural before you step out and let the whole world see you. On the other hand, there's nothing better than imperfect action. So I also say just get brave and start doing some video, start doing live streams, and take a look at it, see how you can improve. But imperfect action is so much better than no action. So the old Nike saying of just do it really applies to this too. You just got to get started.
Yeah, I love it. Just do it. Like, just click the button and start the live. And also, like, just allowing yourself to be human. It is a learning curve. I know, I've been there too, like, being very critical, like, oh my gosh, how did I say that? But it is an learning curve experience, and just allowing you to be you. So I love what you shared there. And now I want to also spotlight your expertise, because you are one of the co-authors in the Teach Your Expertise book. So I'm curious to know, what can people find from your chapter?
I love sharing this information, Katja, and the name of my chapter is called Break the Fear. How appropriate, right?
Yes.
Especially for people who are just getting started with their visibility journey. They already have an expertise they want to get out there, but they're not very visible. So the world doesn't know much about their gifts. And one of the things that I talk about in that chapter is what I had to learn, because the first time I did broadcasting, my heart was beating, my mouth was dry and pasty, and I'm afraid, I'm like, oh my God, what if I make a fool of myself? Well, of course, yeah, that's that fear of public speaking. It's just interesting when you look at it, because I interviewed very, very early on the second naval fighter pilots in the country for the United States.
Yeah.
And she helped me break through the fear, because I realized, what am I really afraid of? I mean, there's nothing here that's going to kill me. She almost died in a plane crash and shared with me, you know, what she did to get through that and how she survived. And I thought, Good grief. Now that's something to be fearful of. But what I'm doing, just stepping out and getting on camera and maybe flubbing a few words and maybe technology getting in the way, is not life-threatening. And anything that I do with this technology can always be deleted if it doesn't turn out right. So what in heck am I afraid of? And so I love to share that with people. And that is just one of many things that I share in that particular chapter. But it is about getting through the fear, what I call break the fear, so that you can be and give more of who you are.
Oh, I love that. And thank you for sharing that part. I definitely will read the whole chapter. And if you want to read that chapter too, click the link below and get your copy of Teach Your Expertise book, where 20 entrepreneurs are sharing their journey. And I love that what you shared. And you also are giving a gift, which is amazing. So can you share a little bit more about that?
I can. I love this gift. Even creating this gift was passion for me. And that is called 5 Easy Video Strategies to Shine Online. And not only will you get this incredible checklist that has connected with it 5 different videos on these 5 strategies to give you examples of it, you're also going to get a video training from me on how to best use the checklist so that you can determine, well, of all these great video strategies, what's the best one for me to start with so that I can start getting more visible in the marketplace today. So I'm really, really proud of this gift because it's pretty, what do I want to say, robust. And as a result, you're going to have all these new ideas because using video is so important in stepping out of your shadow and shining online. And there's many different styles that you may not have been aware of. So I hope that when you get the book that you'll all take advantage and pick up my gift as well.
Wow, that is amazing. That is really, really wonderful gift that you are giving. So thank you for sharing your expertise in this book. So if you want to get it, click the link below. So now we are coming towards the end of our time together here. So I want to ask, do you have a special message that you want to share? You have shared so much value, but if you have something that you want listeners to still hear, this is a moment.
I do, Katja, I do. I really feel that this book is so valuable for some very important reasons. You are having the opportunity to learn from 20 entrepreneurs who have been in the trenches, who have been stepping out of their comfort zone and making things happen. And so you're going to be able to understand so much more about some of the things that everyone has gone through to build their business and how they've expanded their reach by building and creating a course that reflects their expertise. And here's the thing I want you to know. Here's the big message. There are many of the authors in this book who are beyond retirement age. And these people have decided, age be damned, I am going to get my message out and share these years and years of expertise that I've gained. So if you're just thinking it's too late to get started, it is never too late to get started, to get your message out and to share your passion with the world. So that's it. I just want you to say, I'm getting started today. I'm not putting it off or saying to myself, oh, I'm too old to do this. No, you're not. Go get it.
Oh, I love that message. It is beautiful and empowering. You can do it. It is opportunity for you to say yes to your purpose and going for it. So thank you so much, Virginia, for your time and all the work that you do. And thank you for being here today with us.
My pleasure, Katja. You are such a delight to be interviewed by, and thank you for really what I think are some important questions for people to ponder.
And thank you for watching the Path of Purpose interview show. If you want support on your path, join Lightworkers Who Succeed on Purpose Facebook community. I'm sending you so much light and love. Stay well and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye for now.